Alrighty guys, welcome back. More exciting stuff here with Sentinels of the Multiverse. Again, another hero. We're looking at hero number 15 this time. This is CHRONO-RANGER. So again, we're going to look at his cards, we're going to look at all of his variants, then we're going to talk a little bit about him, give you kind of an overview of what this character's like. So let's get to it and hopefully everything goes well here. So let me make sure the cameras and everything are running. And we should be good to go. Alright, so CHRONO-RANGER, we're going to switch you over to the other camera. There we go. CHRONO-RANGER is Jim Brooks, and he doesn't have any group affiliations. Again, I will go through his history. You can, if you're watching this on YouTube later, you can pause it, read through his story, find out what his history is like, what he's, how did he become a hero, what befell him. He's got an interesting story. So there you go, Silver Glutch. And yeah, a lot of good stuff there. So let's take a look at his cards and see what he does. So first things first, his hero card. CHRONO-RANGER starts at 27 hit points. He's got quick shots, power. CHRONO-RANGER deals one target, one projectile damage. And when you flip him over, one player may play a card, one hero may use a power, and one hero may deal one target, one projectile damage. Alright, and let's look at his variants. He's only got one that I've got unlocked. He might have other ones, but the one I have unlocked is the CHRONO-RANGER, the Best of Dimes, 29 hit points. True purpose, select a non-hero target until after the next time you use a power. All bounty cards also affect that target and are not destroyed when the target leaves play. So yeah, you can kind of see what he's going to be doing. He's going to be doing the bounty cards. You can kind of see him over there, but one player may draw a card, one hero may use a power, and until the start of your next turn, at the start of a player's turn, they may discard a card to play a card. So interesting alternate variation there. And he's only, like I said, got the one that I've unlocked. Here he might have others. Alright, he's got 5, 10, 15, 20 different cards in his deck. As you can see, there are many bounties. He's going to be putting bounties on other heroes or other other enemies. That's what I meant to say. And getting some kind of special boost. He's a bounty hunter. That's basically what he is. So bounty board, one shot. Move all bounty cards from your trash into your hand. CHRONO-RANGER may deal one target, one projectile damage. So as he puts his bounties out, they will disappear. They will go into his trash. He can use the bounty board to bring them all those cards back. Very cool. Very good. All right, so let's get into the bounties. Number 1, by any means. Wanted. Play this card next to a non-hero target. Increase damage dealt to that target by 1. When this target leaves play, destroy the card. So, extra damage. Compound Bow Equipment. CHRONO-RANGER deals one target, one projectile damage, and one damage of any type of your choice, which can be important as a lot of enemies are resistant to certain types of damage. So, being able to choose your type of damage might come into play sometimes, depending on what villain you're up against. And the other thing is, a lot of people don't know this, but CHRONO-RANGER's arm has been removed. And that's why he's got this little poncho thing. So, anyways, Danny Boy. Danny Boy, equipment power. CHRONO-RANGER deals up to X targets 2 fire damage each, where X is the number of bounty cards in place. So the more bounty cards he has out, more he's going to be able to do. That's super cool. Next up, Dead or Alive. Ongoing bounty card. Play this card next to a non-hero target. At the start of your turn, CHRONO-RANGER regains a hit point. When this target leaves play, draw a card and destroy this card. So, kind of a way to heal himself. as long as that target stays in play. Displaced Harmony, 4 copies of this card. One shot. Search your deck or trash for an equipment card and put it into play. If you search your deck, shuffle your deck. Chrono-Ranger may deal 1 target, 1 damage. So not bad. 4 copies of Eye and the Prize. One shot. Chrono-Ranger may deal 1 target, 1 projectile damage. Draw a card. Draw a card. Nice way to cycle some cards through your deck. 4 copies of this card. 3 copies of Hunter and Hunted. Ongoing limited card. Increased damage dealt to and by Chrono-Ranger by the number of bounty cards in play. So you can have up to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 bounty cards, so you can increase damage by 6, but you also take a lot of damage this way. So, yeah, that can be good and or bad. Hunter and Hunted. 3 copies of that card. Jim's Hat, equipment. You may play an additional card during your play phase, and at the start of your turn, you may destroy a bounty card. So if you put out a bounty card, you don't like what's happening with that, you can destroy it, which is nice. 4 copies of Just Doing My Job. Just Doing My Job. One shot. Each player may discard a card. Draw X cards for X is the number of cards discarded this way. Chrono-Ranger may deal 1 target, 1 damage. Again, it doesn't sound like he's doing a lot of damage, but again, he's going to be getting a lot of extra damage and healing and everything else by his bounties. Kill on Sight, Wanted, ongoing. Play this card next to a non-hero target. When this target leaves play, draw 3 cards and destroy this card. Neurotoxin Dart Thrower, equipment. Chrono-Ranger deals 1 target, 1 toxic damage. Reduce damage dealt by that target by 1 until the start of your next turn. No Executions, ongoing bounty card. Play this card next to a non-character card. When this target would be destroyed, put it at the bottom of its deck instead, then destroy this card. Ranger's Mark. One shot, select a bounty card from your trash and put it into play. There's 3 copies of this card. Chrono-Ranger may deal 1 target, 1 projectile damage. 4 copies of Sudden Contract. One shot. Search your deck for a bounty card and put it into play. Shuffle your deck. Chrono-Ranger may deal 1 target, 1 projectile damage. Temporal Grenade. Equipment power. Chrono-Ranger deals up to 3 targets, 1 energy damage each. You may destroy 1 ongoing or environment card. We've talked about how important destroying ongoing or environment cards can be. To destroy this card, there are 2 copies of this card. 2 copies. 3 copies of Terrible Tech Strike. One shot. Chrono-Ranger deals 1 target, 2 damage. Chrono-Ranger deals 1 target, 1 projectile damage. 3 copies of that. The Masada, equipment power. Chrono-Ranger deals 1 target, X irreducible energy damage, where X is the number of bounty cards in play. That can be, again, up to 6. So getting this in play once you get all your bounties out can be huge. The Ultimate Target, ongoing bounty. Play this card next to a non-hero target. Increase damage dealt by Chrono-Ranger to that target by 1. The first time that target deals damage each turn, you may use a power. Very nice. And last but not least, the last card, the Whole Gang. Play this card next to a non-hero target. When this target leaves play, you may destroy a target with 4 or fewer hit points, then destroy this card. So, yeah, a lot of cool different bounties to do things with. He actually has quite a few one-shots as well to kind of, get some extra damage going. And, his base power is dealing damage as well. It doesn't sound like a lot, 1 damage. I know there's a lot of other heroes that start off doing more damage than that. But again, you get this card out, you're going to be doing extra damage against that, enemy. This one here is going to give you a nice way to regain hit points every turn. This one here, once you put this against a weak enemy, once that enemy's destroyed, you're going to be drawing 3 cards, which is not bad. Um, this one here you can cycle through, put it on back in the deck so it comes back in if it's kind of a weak enemy or something. This one here allows you to increase damage dealt by 1, and then being able to use an extra power every turn is never a bad thing. And yeah, just destroying something that has 4 or fewer hit points in play is always a good thing. It's basically 4 damage, right? So, and then you have the bounty board. You got 2 copies of this to take all these cards and put them in your hand. Wow, you just need lots of action so you can get all these bounties back out. You can cycle through. So what do I think about Chrono Ranger? I've only played him a couple times, to be honest. He's one of these characters. He sounds really good. He sounds really interesting, but he just doesn't seem like it just takes him a while to get his bounties out. And in the meantime, you're not really doing much damage until you get the bounties out. So it always seems to me like, Chrono Ranger plays better if he's with other heroes that give him extra actions to be able to draw cards or play cards. Like some of those heroes that allow other heroes to act. Another hero can use a power like Legacy or like... the Wraith, people like that can support him to get lots of bounties in play. And once he does, man, he can really do some fun things. But again, takes him a long time to get things out. It should be noted that these are ongoing cards, so when the enemy uses things like destroy 2 ongoing cards, they can destroy these bounty cards as well, which is kind of bad news. So it's kind of a two-edged sword. Although most of these do something when they get destroyed, or some of these do. He's got some interesting. He's got his hat, which allows him to play an extra card, so he can get more bounties in. So getting your hat into play and getting your one gun that does some really good damage. Is it the Ranger's Mark? No, it's the Messiah. One target, X damage, where X is the number of bounty cards in play. You get some bounty cards in play. You get your hat in play. You get your bounty board to recycle these bounties in really quickly. And you can start doing some damage, but it does take a little bit of work to get up and running. And yeah, he's very interesting if you want to play a ranger type character, a bounty hunter type character. Putting your bounties on players, getting all those extra bonuses. You're only going to be doing like 1 point of damage all the time, but eventually maybe you'll get 2 points of damage, but you're going to be doing it constantly, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1. And you're going to be doing several ones during a round. You got a lot of one shots that also do like 1 point of damage as well. So you got some interesting things to do, and he's not a bad character. I'm not saying he's bad. He's just not the. He sounds a lot more interesting than he really is, and we're gonna try and play him. We're gonna use him, and we're gonna use the next character in the next episode. Omnitron X, which is the 2 characters out of the next expansion we're doing, which is the yes, that one. It is the Shattered Timeline. I couldn't think of the name of it. So we're doing the Shattered Timeline expansion, which is the 3rd expansion after they released Infernal Relic and they released the Rook City. The next one was the Shattered Timeline, and so that's the next 2 we're doing is Chrono Ranger and Omnitron X. So we're going to be playing Omnitron X and Chrono Ranger the next time we play online. And just so you can see how these characters play. They're not bad. He's not a bad character. He sounds really cool, and he is pretty cool, but like I said, it takes you're spending several turns getting your bounties out. You're not really doing much. Once you finally get your bounties out, and hopefully the enemy doesn't remove all your bounties, then you can start doing all kinds of cool things. getting your head into play, obviously, so you can play an extra card, get several bounties out, or do several different attacks. And obviously, if you can play with Legacy or somebody that's going to give him a boost, Legacy works really well with him because Legacy gives everyone +1 damage. So he's doing, instead of 1 damage, he's doing 2 and 2 and 2 and 2, which is a lot better than doing 1 and 1 and 1 and 1. So there you go. That is Chrono-Ranger, hero number 15. And yeah, not a bad character. Very interesting. And yeah, I kind of think he's probably a little bit better than average, I would guess, in my, my favoritisms. He just has some, again, it just takes a little while for him to get all the bounties out. And unless he plays with other characters that can give him extra powers and extra turns to do things, which is super cool. And he doesn't do a whole bunch of damage. He just does a lot of little damage. So there it is, Chrono-Ranger. Thanks so much for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe. If you're new around here, thanks for watching the video. Have any thoughts or comments about Chrono-Ranger? Leave them in the comment section down below. I'll be sure to respond to your comment, and we'll see you in the next episode. So until then, my friends, you take care of yourselves, and don't you forget, I will see you all down the line. Take care, everybody. We'll see you next time. Thanks for watching.